How are you, BookTube? My name's Maria. Welcome to my channel, MH Books. And today we're going to go and do some window shopping because unfortunately shops aren't open except for grocery shops in Ireland. But we are allowed outside of our 5k at the moment, so we're allowed anywhere we like in our county. So I'm going to the Dublin city centre and we're going to see if any of the bookshops have window displays. I know some of them are doing some for the Dublin Literary Festival. I know the Gutter Bookshop isn't doing any at the moment, but we'll see what we shall see. Yeah, so we just get on. So welcome to Dublin City Centre. I'm doing this as a voiceover, folks, as yes, things didn't quite go as well as I hoped. There's some surprising artwork that popped up in 2020 in Dublin that wasn't there before, and there's a little bit more permanent artwork with some Irish wildlife birds with both their English and Irish names. Which have been put together that's actually in a block of county council flats. And this is a wedding shop. I'm deliberately filming here as well. Weddings obviously are not really allowed. I think they're limited to 16 people or something like that. But this was just to show you where we are in the street. These are a rough sleepers. There are tents all throughout, especially the North Dublin city centre, outside of buildings that normally would be operational. So that's Cineworld, a big cinema chain. There we go. Here are our books from the Dublin City Literary Awards, not festival, as I said earlier. And that's chapters showing them in the left side of their windows. Last chapter showing a blue love heart. Blue is the colour of Dublin, and so they've been doing that ongoing for the last couple of months. Here we go, and we are ending up in Moore Street, which is normally a vibrant street full of people selling you apples and nuts. So selling you loads of stuff from the fruit and vegetable stalls. It is closed. It has been closed due to the pandemic. As has the whole of Henry Street, one of the major shopping towns. That's a man queuing outside of Clark's to get shoes for his kid. You're allowed to get shoes for children. TK Maxx, shopping mall, book station, all closed down. There's a theme here. It's all closed. Book station never opened again. It's actually for sale. You can see it's number 19 Henry Street. If somebody wants to lease there. The Dublin Literary Awards 2021, as shown on the street signs, but also showing O'Connell Street. Really, really empty, but a beautiful sunny day. When we turn around, this is Eason's O'Connell Street, showing a beautiful spring display, and more importantly, Eason's is actually open because it sells stationery, and stationery sales are allowed. And if you really, really want to, you can go to the stationery section, tell them the exact book you want, and they will go out and they get it for you. This is Eason's in Nassau Street. Having a Harry Potter display, but look in the windows. That's Trinity College Nassau Street side. And there it's Trinity College from the front arch, which most tourists would know as their way to their Book of Kells, which unfortunately you can't get to. The universities are closed for, the campuses are closed. There is Delir Street. Delir Street, this is Dublin City Council sign in Oskelga. Is where Books Upstairs is. Books Upstairs, unfortunately, it closed down their shutters, but they have the best of the websites, actually, of the Dublin bookshops, and will always give you the book the next day. So I would really highly recommend those lads. Shame that they closed the shutters. Contradictory signs. Were open, were closed, because they were open, and then they had to close again. And then here's a walk-ins welcome. They're like, oh, no, sorry, takeaway only. Sitting is not allowed under current conditions or restrictions. Some more surprising artwork, which unfortunately was tagged over, but I do love his little stress dolly. It's lovely. I think that's amazing. That Here we go, Hodges Figgis. That's the equivalent to Foyles in London, especially as they're both owned by Waterstones. Hodges Figgis is the oldest bookshop in Ireland and has been owned by a lot of people. And they tend to just ignore who actually owns them and just run themselves the way they like to run. You can see it, you know, it's large enough from the outside, it's much larger inside, but look at the damage to those books. They have not changed their window display, lads. They've not changed it at all. You can see it's been sun damaged. And they're quite old books. So, again, they're not really meant to be sending in staff. So if they're not sending out orders online, and I think they don't, I think because they're owned by Waterstones, Waterstones send out orders instead. So they're probably not sending in staff there, I'd guess. It's just a shame. You can see that sign fell down in that window, by the way, as well. So there's me looking at like Hamnet and all the rest of it. These are all great books, but they're old books. There's Grafton Street, Debray. So the Debray branch in Grafton Street. Debray is a chain, kind of like Blackwell's. It's great for 3 for 2s. It has free deliveries for orders over €20. Again, I think they might be owned by Easons nowadays, but they run themselves the way they always ran themselves. There's the Good Bookshop. I knew they had no displays out. That's just a whole load of books in the window. They're about half price. So I gave up then. I went to the park. That's me in St. Stephen's Green. And there's a guy about to look at me really weird as to, why the hell are you filming this? Look at that. Look at that look. He's funny. And there you're like, I mean, yeah, that's where everybody ends up. There's nothing else much to do, unfortunately. But if you're teenagers, you get to hang around with your friends and ignore restrictions. So put the kettle on. We're nearly there. So hopefully a better video than this in a couple of months' time. Thank you for watching.